main reason why a lot of us are not having a success in certain areas is because we simply don't have the knowledge. The scriptures say, my people will perish for lack of knowledge, right? Lack of knowledge because you simply don't know. Generational wealth is because you simply don't know. Real estate is simply you don't know. The stock market is simply you don't know. Most of the time when it comes to understanding your body and healing or losing weight is because you simply don't know. Well, so I was just like, you know what? Once I went and got the knowledge, first of all, the mindset was like, I made the decision, but then I went out and got the knowledge. So when I got the knowledge, it was all over from there. See, you can do anything you want to do, as long as you make the decision that you want to do it. Welcome to Big Guy Journey, where I stand on faith, fitness, family, finance, and freedom. When I say freedom, I'm talking freedom of the mind, because the journey starts in your thoughts. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are having a beautiful Thursday. I'm going to invite a couple people, but I wanted to go live real quick. I just got through having a meeting with a very successful individual, gentleman who used to play in the NFL, Rennie Corinne, working on branding, a branding specialist. And I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited about the direction that I gained. And this brother was very sharp with it, and he understands what needs to take place moving forward. So I'm excited about that, and I took some key nuggets away from that. But I wanted to just real quick come on and just see what you guys were up to. I know it's early. I know it's almost 12 o'clock, so a lot of people don't really do lives this early, but you know, when I'm excited, you know what I'm saying, I get like some little motivation. It's just that I want to talk about it. And so maybe I have to start doing lives at night, but you know what I'm saying? But this is good. So I want to just talk real quick, you know what I mean, about my couple last posts. You know, as again, I wanted to just inform everybody that, you know, the direction that I'm going here with my social media page is really, I mean, I think I've been doing it because, you know, I said I focus on, like, you know, encouragement and motivation and stuff like that. But I got a logo made, right? And the logo is Big Guy Journey. You know, that's what my page is called, but I really wanted to put a lot of thought into it. And so I went off and I went and got this created. And if you can look at the logo, you know, it's the last post I made. But Big Guy Journey, where I focus on faith, family, finance, fitness, and freedom. And when I say freedom, I mean freedom of the mind, because, you know what I'm saying, the journey starts in here. It starts in your thoughts. And just as we were going through the strategy section, one of the things that was brought to my remembrance is one of the questions was asked, you know, how did you get to this place? And I thought about, you know, way back when I was 23 years old, and I had actually, I come from, you know, the hood. I come from, you know, partying, drinking, smoking, selling drugs, you know what I'm saying, chasing after women. I mean, just about every addiction. I never was addicted to drugs, but I was addicted to everything else. I was addicted to selling drugs, you know what I'm saying, because I was addicted to money. And when I started, you know, as I started to go through life, I started to feel like this really wasn't really fulfilling, right? But one day I found myself at a conference. And at this conference, the gentleman, the CEO of Prime America, John Edison, he said, decide, right? He said decide, C-I-D-E. C-I-D-E is the death of all other options, right? To kill. He said, so homicide, suicide, you know what I'm saying, genocide, all of these different sides was attached to something that was like a killing or death. And he said, so you have to decide. It has to be the death of all other options, right? And at that point in time, like, I had a paradigm shift. Here it is, I was 400 and some pounds. Here it is that I was out in the streets doing some of everything. And at that point in time, it was kind of like, man, like, something actually has to change. I was making money because I was selling drugs and stuff, but I wanted to get away from that lifestyle because some of the things that had happened prior to that. And so when I talk about mindset and the decision starts in your mind, you know what I mean? Like I'm simply saying this. You can lose weight a lot of different ways. You could become a millionaire a lot of different ways. You could heal. Like there's not a linear way to none of these things, right? I talk to people in every field from healing and everything, and people have different ways of healing. This person healed a different way than I did. This person lost weight a different way than I did, right? This person is investing in different ways than I am. But the common denominator is everybody had to make a decision. You had to say that every other option is off. I'm going to make a decision to win. I'm going to make a decision to move forward. And so when I started to do that, when I started to think from that standpoint, that's when my life started to change. The only reason I was able to lose 200 pounds is because I made the decision that I was going to lose it. It wasn't about a special diet. It wasn't about none of that because I had already tried diets. I had already tried all of these different things. And even when I did lose some weight, it came right back, right? Even when I lost a little bit of weight, because I never went that far. I never got all the way down because I would always stop. But that's because my thinking hadn't changed. When I went through topical steroid withdrawal, I had to really focus on the habits that I had been doing. Because at that point in time, I had went to pretty much all meat, right? I was heavy on the meat because the meat was helping me to lose weight. Because it was less of the carbohydrates. And so when my body started to break down and I started to get constipated, I know that I had to do something different. And so now what I got to do is I have to go get the research. And when I went for the research, because knowledge is power, the main reason why a lot of us are not having a success in certain areas is because we simply don't have the knowledge. The scriptures say my people will perish for lack of knowledge, right? Lack of knowledge because you simply don't know. Generational wealth is because you simply don't know. Real estate is simply you don't know. The stock market is simply you don't know. Most of the time when it comes to understanding your body and healing or losing weight is because you simply don't know. Well, so I was just like, you know what? Once I went and got the knowledge, first of all, the mindset was like, I made the decision, but then I went out and got the knowledge. So when I got the knowledge, it was all over from there. See, you can do anything you want to do, as long as you make the decision that you want to do it. We as human beings have been given that right. We have to take dominion, right? It said we have to take dominion. We were put here for dominion. And so we can do whatever we want to do. Is just really getting your actions in line with your thoughts. ACT, right? Young lady Millicent Gavin, she made that acronym up a long time ago. Actions consistent with your thoughts. And so once you decide, now it's up to you to get your actions, your movements consistent with what it is you think. And then you can start to create your reality. And I mean, once we get that, when any of us get that, it's over. It's over. It is impossible to stop a man or woman who can't quit. One of my old mentors, Mike Humes, he used to say that all the time. It is impossible to stop a man or a woman who won't quit. And so that's the kind of energy I'm on. I'm so focused right now. I'm so focused right now on many different things because I know that I had to make this decision. You see what I'm saying? Over the COVID, I've gained weight back. I gained weight back. And so you know what I said? You know what? This time around, I want to understand completely what it is to be working out in the gym, completely what it is to actually build in muscle, right? So what I have to do, I had to hit these pockets. I had to go and hire a personal trainer. I had to hire somebody who knew more than me to teach me the game. Teach me the game, coach. I mean, so I'm just like pumped right now because it's really all about here. It's all about making a decision. It's all about making a decision. And once you make that decision, like I said, now it's time to get your actions consistent with your thoughts. ACT. Decide, The death of all other options. There is no other option. This is what I want to do. Put your mind, you focus on that, and then you start to make you start to build your circle around that. And when I say your circle, it's not just the people that you hang with in your town, but it's the people that you listening to on social media, on these podcasts, all of that. You start to infiltrate your mind with things that better you in the field, in the place that you want to go. All day long, when I'm driving, I turn my rides into Drive Time University. That means that I'm in college. I'm studying. My mentor, Kevin Mack, he always used to say Drive Time University. See, back then, you know what I'm saying? When I was growing up in the hood, I ain't think about no personal development. I ain't think about none of that stuff, right? But when he showed me how to make money legally, I was all open to hear what he had to say. And so, therefore, when he said, listen to some personal development, put this in your ear, put that in your ear, start listening to that, I started doing it. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's some of the things that we want to do. And I'm going to be touching on a lot more stuff because I got a lot of lived experiences. And this big guy journey is not just about weight loss. It's about everything. It's not just for men. It's for everybody. If you are on a journey, if you are on a mission, it's for you, right? I'm going to develop something right now because it's going to be the big guy process, right? It's all about doing things big, and it's just not about body weight. It's about everything and every aspect of your life. You make the decision, decide the depth of all other options, and then you take actions. Actions, A-C-T. Your actions consistent with your thoughts. Because it ain't good enough just to know it, right? Because a lot of people know it. And what happens is they end up getting information constipation. Watch all the book, read all of the books, watch all the videos you want. But if you don't start to act it out, if you don't start to put it into action, you'll get nowhere. You'll be that person that was at the same job for 10 years with 1 year experience. And that ain't what you want. If you want to win, you start here. And then you start with your actions, with your legs, with your hands, with your mind, with everything. You just start using your body to move forward towards what it is you want. And I just wanted to leave y'all, like, again, this is early. I know a lot of people ain't on live this early, but, you know what I'm saying? What up, Milf on the Move? How you doing? And I know you big on this. I know you always talking about this. I know you always, you know, trying to reevaluate your purpose, trying to move forward and get the knowledge. That's what it's all about. We have to continue to move and getting these actions consistent with our thoughts. And so, as a matter of fact, I want to do a live with you sometime soon, maybe in the nighttime when more people on and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? We as a community have to get these fire. We got to switch this whole paradigm shift. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm up on. So again, this is a big guy journey. Where we focus on faith, family, finance, fitness, and freedom of the mind, because the journey starts in your thoughts. Take care, take charge, and God bless everybody.